Hello everyone, I'm Chamin from Sri Lanka. So today I want to share a story of a hope and a possibility from the city I come from, a place called Pettah. Pettah is a vibrant commercial hub in Colombo, Sri Lanka. Bustling with energy, it is a maze of colorful markets. Most importantly, it consists of people over 20 ethnicities living and weaving through the crowds, which makes this place rich in heritage, culture, and celebration. So it's not just a marketplace, it's a living, breathing mosaic of diversity. But today, this vibrancy is under threat. Markets are being dismantled, and the street vendors, the lifeblood of Pettah, are being displaced to accommodate new developments. So, the spirit of this city is slowly fading.
අවුරුදු 21 ඉඳන් මේ පේමන්ට් වල දුක් විඳිනවා. ඉවතුනේ අවුරුදු 8 සිට මෙතන තමයි ගන්න මට ඉඳට නැහැ. They cried because their livelihood was wiped out in a day, not because of development, not because of war, but because of development. This is a global issue, where design is often imagined for the privileged and not for those who are already there, for the communities who live there. So, as a designer, this is the question that I ask myself. The city is growing, but who gets to stay? I always think how a space can make us feel included and respected, because if we continue like this, we are not only changing Pettah, we are erasing the very spirit that makes this space a unique place. So let me introduce you to Pettah Link, a vision where growth does not mean displacement, but a space for everyone where the formal and informal, old and new are not pushed apart but thoughtfully integrated. 3 principles inform this design: social integration to link between different communities, and social inclusion to make people feel valued and respected, and social assimilation to allow people to share their aspirations and their identities, all of which are converged through the celebration of the spirit. So the site is an underutilized space which disconnects the commercial hub as well as the lakefront with other transportation hubs and cultural hubs. And the spatial movement is informed by the movement of the people itself. And to enhance this movement, different functions ranging from commercial activities, gathering spaces, multifunctional spaces, galleries are introduced. So it offers diversified activities for multiple users. And to make people feel familiar within the interior spaces, the theater of the city or the spirit of the city has been choreographed into the interior spaces, so it instills a sense of belonging. And this effect, through layers, is aimed to be dispersed into the context, surrounding context, with the use of secondary functions, such as commercial activities and transitional zones. And the base of the interior design was informed by the historic grid pattern that runs across the Pettah city. And this grid pattern was also represented in the transparent ceiling, so that it casts different shadows and allows people to experience this grid nature in different ambiances throughout the day. So let me take you through the interior spaces. The circulation areas guide people across spaces, and the aim was to bring the street character into the interior space. So with the use of stone paving, the aim was to create a connection towards the historic textured pathways of Pettah city. And by using all discarded billboards of the market space, a vibrant ceiling has been created, so it energizes the space. And the color red has been used to color the steel column and beam structure, which informs directionality and movement to the people. And to make these spaces more lively, convertible stalls have been introduced. So at one point, it is a vendor stall for pop-up markets, and at another time, it can be converted into a seating. And this is a timber frame structure which has upcycled gunny bags coated with Nippon epoxy paint as the covering. And also the Pettah market energy has been represented through artistic artworks, which brings more vibrancy to the space. Sorry. So let me take you through the first space of the market space. So the market supports and integrates the display's informal economies. And it consists of 5 modules, so it makes the market a modular market. And the 5 modules allow vendors to promote their products in diversified ways. And with the use of 4 vibrant Nippon Paint colors, it follows a clustering of products based on the color. And also it brings the Pettah market energy with colors into the space. So during the daytime, this functions as a good market where the vendors can come and sell the local produce. And packaging boxes are remodeled as seating, and discarded gunny bags are being dyed with color and used as vibrant overhangs, so it brings a memory of the Pettah market into this space. And also with the use of street lighting and textured pathway, the street character is being transformed into the interior space. And in the night, this transforms into a cultural market where the local community will come and utilize this space to promote their culture through commercial activity, which will attract users such as tourists and will activate the nightlife of this space. So next, the gallery space. The gallery space utilizes a light box ceiling with luminous textile panel, which can change the ambience of the interior space to accommodate different community exhibitions. And with a screen which filters light into the space, it creates light and shadows within the space to create a dynamic effect in the daytime. And in the night, you can, with the illumination of the light box, you can see the people's movement in a layered format through the screen. And this screen was inspired by the historic lattice screens of old shop houses of Pettah. And instead of making it a mere screen, it was developed as a bioreactor facade, where it is actually the material is a Teflon tubular system, where it runs the pollutant algae of the lake nearby. And this can harness energy with the use of sunlight and generate electricity. So it showcases how a structure, a mere screen, can be given more purpose, and how a negative aspect like a pollutant can be converted into an asset. So all of these spaces converge into a central space, the shrine of the people, or the common ground. So to enhance the nature of the common ground, I have used neutral tones so that it allows the vibrancy of the people's activity to be highlighted. And the central sculpture is the highlight of the space, and the memory wall becomes the backdrop to the space. So the memory wall is a celebration of the community's history, how they are demonstrating how they grew through their past, through the tragedies and their potentials. And with perforations and pattern ceilings, different ambiances are created due to the light and shadows, and it represents the ever-changing nature of the community, how they adapted and evolved over time. And the flooring of the gallery spaces above uses discarded old newspaper articles, which actually talks about the tragedies of this community, which is coated with Nippon epoxy paint. And the ceiling uses a collage of reused gunny bag materials. And with the perforations in the wall, people can contemplate from this space because they have a glimpse towards the gentrified buildings beyond the walls. So it's a contemplation space between the past, present, and the future. And the central sculpture is the highlight of the space. It is called Ascend, a flight of unity. It is made out of discarded old train scraps, which is sourced from the site itself. So it connects to the movements, journeys, and memories of the community as well as the site itself. And each triangle represents an individual, and the 3 corners represent the 3 phases of an individual's life: the past, present, and the future. And with the use of copper color, it adds more value to the entire composition, so it showcases the beauty and value in unity in diversity. And this space flows into a multifunctional space where timely transitions are accommodated. And this is achieved by this modular created out of recycled timber sourced from the dismantled and displaced market stalls. And during the early hours of the morning, this can be utilized for goods stalls by vendors. And when the intensity increases during late morning hours, some can be utilized as gathering seats and some to add more market spaces. And during the night or in evenings, it can be combined to form a stage set where the local community can come and perform their street dramas and cultural performances. So through the entertainment aspect, it creates a deeper emotional connection between different communities. And also this transformative nature allows different festivals of the communities also to be celebrated within this space. So this is how it will look transformed during a Thai Pongal festival, and how it will transform during a Vesak festival, and how it will look during Christmas time. So this shows, throughout the day and throughout the year, the experience in this space and the ambience in this space is unique and different. And also the Pettah's energy. The market energy is also artistically interpreted by young artists, and these artworks have been utilized in exclusive spaces such as restaurants as wall panels, and also by giving in temporary seating, street lighting, as well as textured flooring. The aim was to bring in the emotions of the community into the space, as well as the emotions of the Pettah market as a place into the interior, all while having a contemplation with the views of the city. And this is another space, a bar space, where it utilizes a particular tile which is called Chettinad tile, and it is a representation of the Chettiar community of Pettah, a historic community which lived in Pettah. So this shows how the transformative nature and the celebrative nature gives more meaning to and how impactful convergence is. And by connecting all of the people, irrespective of their nature, this becomes more than a design. It is a response to instill a sense of belonging. And it not only achieves the three principles, but ensures that it connects with the local ecology and its sustainability. Pettah Link reclaims a void, not just in land, but in society. It transforms a place of exclusion into a vibrant space of gathering, dignity, and identity. In a place shaped by more and more gentrification, where modern spaces replace people and culture is curated for the privileged, this is a space that belongs to everyone. By creating spaces that honor day-to-day cultural practices, people start beginning to see themselves within the space and in each other. Because when we honor what we already share, our music, culture, values, aspirations, we create not just a place, we create a deeper emotional connection. So, Pettah Link becomes a social framework, one that listens, adapts, and heals. And its impact does not end here, because when one neighborhood starts to develop, the others begin to follow. District by district, nation by nation, this becomes a model, not of replication, but of possibility. It is how local solutions echo on a national scale and ripple out to inspire globally. So, Pettah Link shows how we as designers can center people, their values and aspirations, and inform a new kind of future for the spaces we create for our communities in similar cities. A future that includes everyone. So, to all of Pettah and to all in the world, Pettah Link. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chamin.